So if you've been following me for a while now, you know that I've been working on a home office setup in my new space. And ever since moving to this new space, I have been super excited to kind of build this dream home office of mine. And as a content creator and video marketing agency owner, I spend a lot of time at my desk. So I had to make sure that this desk served both purposes, especially prioritizing my health. So I reached out to Desky and they were kind enough to send me some of their products to start the foundation of my dream home office desk setup. So in this video, I'm going to walk through everything that they sent me, including the desk, along with everything that goes onto the desk and helps me with my video creation workflow. So let's get started.
So for this desk setup, I'm using 4 key pieces from Desky in this build. The foundation of the setup starts with the Desky standing desk.
Classic oak laminate desktop. This is about 59 inches by 29 inches. So it's got plenty of space for me to work on.
One detail I really like is the integrated cable power channel that I added to the standing desk.
And if you know anything about desk setups, you know that desk setups start with cable management, and cable management is a super big deal, especially if you're going to be working every single day on it. And if messy cables don't bother you, there is honestly something wrong with you, because I want to see no cables at all under the desk, hanging and dangling around. It just looks like a mess.
I'm pairing everything up with Desky's minimal monitor stand.
It matches the desktop perfectly and it goes seamlessly with the space itself.
Next up is the Desky minimal under desk drawer. Another piece in this setup that is super ideal for being productive and keeping your desk organized. This is also in the classic oak laminate finish that matches the desk perfectly.
I also picked up some caster wheels for the desk itself, and they were super easy to install. They screw directly onto the legs. They make it so I can move my desk from side to side or move it away from the wall just in case I want to get behind the desk and organize some cables. So let's start with the desk itself. The desk itself is Desky's 59-inch by 29.5 inch standing desk. And this is the classic oak laminate finish with the white frames. And at first, when the desk came in, I was kind of overwhelmed when it came to installation. I've never put together a standing desk before, but Desky has made it super easy for you to assemble everything together. And I did everything in about 45 to an hour. I was just taking my time and recording the whole process, but everything was clearly labeled and there are pre-drilled holes for all the screws that you need to install, which made it super easy for me to just kind of follow instructions. The frame itself is rock solid and it's a dual motor, meaning you have a super smooth and stable height adjustment at the push of a button. The white frame looks clean and modern, and it really pairs together really well with the classic oak laminate top. The desktop itself is smooth and easy to clean, and it's got a nice weight to it, so it doesn't feel flimsy or cheap. And one of my favorite features with the desk itself is the programmable presets. So I have set it to 2 presets, one for sitting and one for standing. But if you have other people that use your desk, you can also program their height to the other 2. And you know what's really cool about Desky is that they have an app itself. So you can see here that I'm connected to my desk right now and it's at 24.1 inches. If I press number 2, it'll go up. If I press it again, it'll stop. That. So we'll go back down. And not only can you adjust the height on the app, you can also adjust the screen brightness on the desk controller itself. You can control vibration, you can change the color of the RGB on the controller, and you can even sync it up to Siri, which is pretty cool. So you have voice control also. Now, I've always wanted a standing desk for a specific reason, and that's to prioritize my health. I feel like as a content creator and a video marketing agency owner, I spend a lot of time at my desk, like around 8 to 10 hours, and sitting at my desk honestly just hurts my back and everything feels sore. And honestly, like I feel like a standing desk was the right thing to do, especially since I started playing basketball. Prioritizing my health and my posture was just the way to go. And with this Desky setup, I'm able to sit comfortably at any given height, but also remind myself that I have the ability to stand and work at the same time if I need to. All right, so if you know cable management, you know how hard it could be, especially if you don't have an integrated channel, just like how Desky has it. And the execution that Desky made to integrate the cable management is far superior than what I've seen from other standing desk companies. So they have an integrated channel that runs along the back of the desk, and it has 6 power points built in. I think you can get up to 9 power points. Installation was super easy. It clips right onto the back of the desk, and once it's on, it stays put. You can route all your cables through the channel, monitor cables, keyboard, mouse, charging cables, you name it. Everything will stay in this compartment, and it just clips into the back of the desk. It's super easy.
Next up, we have the Desky monitor stand in the classic oak finish.
And this is actually meant to have your monitor sitting at a specific height, higher than when it usually sits just on the desktop. But I have my monitor set on monitor arms on the back of my desk. So what I use this monitor stand for is just for storage of things under the desk shelf. So I have things like my chargers, my audio interface, my SD cards, things like that, things that I don't want to have on the main area of my desk. Everything sits under the desk shelf itself. Okay, and then we have the under desk drawer that mounts directly into the desk itself. Now, this was super easy to install, and it hides basically everything that I don't want on the desk. It's absolutely perfect for storing small things away like pens, cables, and USB drives. It helps keep your desk super organized and clutter-free, and it matches the finish of the desk itself, so it blends right in. Overall, I'm really happy with how this Desky setup came together. The quality is solid across the board. The desk is stable even at full standing height. The cable management is clean, and the caster wheels give me flexibility. All the accessories tie everything together perfectly, and the fact that it was super easy to install makes it a huge difference. Okay, so with that being said, if you want to check out some Desky products, especially the ones that I talked about in this video, everything I talked about is going to be linked in the description of this video, so you can check it out yourself. Now I'm going to show you what's actually on my desk and how I use it in my workflow. Okay, so the whole purpose of this setup is productivity and content creation. So we're going to start with the MacBook Pro that I'm using. The MacBook Pro is the M2 Pro, 16-inch with 16 gigabytes of unified memory and 1 terabyte of storage. Now, I have had this computer ever since it first came out, I think in 2023. Yeah, I think in 2023 it came out. I picked it up in December 2023, and I've had it since then. I plan on upgrading the MacBook Pro possibly this year to the M6 Pro. I recently made a video about the new OLED touchscreens that they're going to be implementing into the new MacBook Pros. So I want to see how Apple executes that, and if it's good and I see it in person and I like it, I will possibly upgrade that later down the line. Now, the thing is, even though I have a MacBook Pro, I rarely move my MacBook around. Sometimes I will take it downstairs. Sometimes I might take it with me on a short trip. But if it's at home, I'm never really moving it from this place. So that's why I'm using the Ugreen RevoDock Pro 2102. And it's a 10-in-1 docking station with plenty of features. It supports dual 4K monitors at 60 Hz. It has USB-A and USB-C ports with 10 gigabit speeds. It's got SD and micro SD card readers built in. And it also has gigabit Ethernet ports for wired internet. But the best part on why I really like this is because it delivers 100 watts of power delivery. So not only is it doing data transfer, video display, and it's charging my device all in one cable, which is pretty cool. So this right here is the iPad Air M2, and you can see I'm on the monitor and control app for Sony cameras. But when this is not connected to my camera monitoring my image, I have it connected via sidecar to my MacBook Pro. Now, sometimes I'll have a YouTube video running, but if I'm working, I like to use this as a reference monitor, or if I have a bunch of footage that I need to look through, I'll have that separate window on the iPad itself. So for peripherals, we went with everything Logitech. So here we have the Logitech mechanical keys. This is a mechanical keyboard from Logitech with the clicky switches. So this is actually the clicky one, not the linear or the silent one. They're pretty clicky. I like the sound of it, and I really like how you can connect 3 devices to it. So if I ever want to use my iPad, I can pair it via Bluetooth, or if I want to go downstairs and use it with my gaming PC, I can use it with my gaming PC. But it usually stays up here with my MacBook Pro. For mouse, I am using the MX Master 3. So I've had this mouse, I think maybe 3 years now. I think I got it at the same time when I picked up the MacBook Pro. I can't remember, but this has been my absolute productivity workhorse for everything content creation. I love the ergonomic feel of this mouse. I like the scroll wheel that they have on the side. I love the front and back buttons that they have on the side. Okay, so for audio, I am using the Sony WH-1000 XM4, and these are amazing headphones. I picked these up on Boxing Day this year, actually, well, 2025, December 2025 Boxing Day, for under $200 at Best Buy. So I thought that this was a super steal and a really good price, so I had to pick it up. The noise cancellation is amazing. I just wish the transparency mode was a bit better. It does kind of feel a bit robotic when you have the transparency mode on, but it's not a massive deal breaker, and I can live without it, honestly. But this usually stays on my head while I'm editing or in quiet mode, especially if I'm working late at night. I don't want to wake anyone up in the house. Battery life is pretty good. It charges via USB Type-C. I usually have it plugged directly into the MacBook, so I don't have to worry about any latency issues when it comes to editing. And a lot of YouTubers actually prefer the XM4 over the XM5 just because it actually fits folded down into this case. So I just realized I didn't talk about the 2 monitors that I'm using, just because of that they're temporary monitors, and I'm kind of saving up for an ultra wide eventually. But these are 2 27-inch Acer monitors. I will put the model number down here. But these are 2 Acer monitors, 27 inches, IPS display, 120 hertz. These are only HD panels. They're currently mounted on these 2 monitor arms that are mounted directly to the desk, which was sent to me by Huanwo. But they're gas spring monitor arms, so it makes everything super fluid and very easy to adjust. The thing is, when I installed it on the back of the desk and I put the configuration of where exactly I wanted them to be, the monitor arm does not sit flush against the wall. So it actually kind of pushes up against the wall, and it makes the desk not touch the back of the wall, if you know what I mean. But yeah, that's something to note if you're ever buying a monitor arm. Just be careful of the clearance that you have on the back of your desk. So yeah, that's something to note. For the other peripherals that I have on my desk, I have the Fifine SC3 audio interface that I'm using currently to record this audio. I currently have this Fifine mic connected via XLR directly into the interface. And then I have my Rode Wireless Pro connected to the audio interface to basically record the audio. The other piece of tech that I have on my desk is the Stream Deck Plus. Now, I use it for basically shortcuts to my MacBook apps. If I need to open iMessage or Safari, calculator app, I'll just press the buttons on the Stream Deck Plus itself. And I also have it connected to my Elgato Keylight Neo, so I can adjust the temperature or the brightness directly on the Stream Deck Plus. So yeah, that's the full rundown of my dream home office desk setup. I definitely do want to add some more things here and there, maybe some decorations. I also printed some pictures of my cars and managed to put them up right on top of the desk. So you can see them here. They look super clean. But so far, the Desky desk has absolutely been the foundation of this whole desk setup. And it has helped me prioritize my health and improve my circulation, especially if I'm working long hours at the desk. So whether you're a content creator, you're a video editor, or you spend a lot of time at your desk, I highly recommend checking out a standing desk from Desky. Once again, the links are in my bio, along with everything that I spoke about in this video. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button and hit the subscribe button too while you're at it. I'm really going for 1,000 subscribers and trying to get monetized on YouTube this year, so anything helps. So if you made it this far into the video, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.